In this video, I want to share with you basically my story, basically who I am, what kind of family I have, and how I got where I am today. My name is Andrew. I live in Czechia, so I'm a Czech person. In Czechia, my name is Ondřej, and right now I'm a 18-year-old high school student, and I had a tough childhood. I didn't have an easy childhood. I don't think that a lot of people have an easy childhood. Some do. Some of those families, they have a easy childhood, but that is it. Not everyone comes from a rich family, and I think that it's not that important that someone comes from a rich family. What is important is that what can you actually do about it, How can you serve people? What can you do as an individual, right? So my childhood, it was tough. Now, my parents are old. My parents are older than 50 years old, okay? They are pretty damn old. And I'm a little concerned that they are not going to be able to take care of me and take care of this whole house that we are living in fully financially. I'll have to work as well and go to work while studying. So that's why I'm starting this movement on YouTube. That's why I'm talking to you right now in this video. And what I think would be great to know is that I've been born 18 years ago, and since the time that I've been growing up and that I grow up, I've discovered social media, I've discovered those video games. I've been through video games, through social media, also through porn, okay, this instant gratification as well. And honestly, all of those things are an absolute waste of time, almost. Like, for the most part, I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you right now, it's absolutely waste of your time. Like, I've wasted my good years of childhood basically on video games, playing video games. Then I have wasted it on social media, following people, following influencers that I liked. And I thought that if I would miss out on some video, or if I would miss some kind of new post, I would feel bad because of it. And that's what social media is meant to do, It's meant to suck up our energies. And man, like, the older I am, the more I realize how detrimental social media is actually. How much of a negative impact it has on our mental health, on our self-image, because we are constantly comparing ourselves to these successful people, those happier people, those happy people that are living the best lives that they possibly can and they could. And I think that there is a lot of toxicity in this, okay? Honestly, I don't consider myself a fully, healthy person and has a good mental health, because if I would have good mental health, I wouldn't be fucking lonely sitting here and making videos to you guys. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Lately, I'm just trying to help my family as much as possible, and I'm trying to bring some finances to this family because we are pretty fucked financially. We don't have money. My parents are kind of broke. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're broke. And the fact is that I'm broke as well. I'm just a student. I didn't accomplish anything yet. I didn't achieve anything great. And that's the problem, Because if I would achieve something great already, I wouldn't have those problems. I would be somewhere absolutely else, and I could live the life that I want on my own, and I wouldn't have to rely on them. So when it comes to my childhood, I've been through a lot, and I think a lot of responsibility why it was so toxic and painful and wrong. Everything was fucked up in that relationship between my parents is that they did not have the money to own this house that I'm right now sitting here. This is my bed here. They didn't have money for that, okay? They didn't have the money for this. This is a big house, okay? Not everyone is able to afford this kind of house. A lot of people here live in apartments because they don't have the money for the house. We do have the house, and they barely paid for it now when they're in their 50s, both of them. They worked their entire life in 9-to-5 jobs to pay for this kind of house. So they were raising me while paying for this house, which wasn't ours. I mean, what are you supposed to take from this? Is that I don't think that's good, I think that is not a great way to go about it as a parent. I think that parents should not start a family and they should not have kids if they don't have the finances together, if they don't have the resources to provide. I mean, they provided for me, so I survived, you know. I'm alive right now, sitting here and talking to you, so I'm alive. But the amount of pain that we as a family had to go through because of how they didn't own the house and they didn't have the house in the first place. Like, if I'm gonna start a family one day, like, I'm gonna make fucking sure that I have a house, that I can raise children in it. And I don't have to, like, consider the finances to be a problem and all this stuff. Like, honestly, I would like to travel one day and I would like to enjoy my time with my spouse and all of that. But lately, I'm kinda rethinking my thinking because now my parents are old. I'm young, full of testosterone, full of motivation. I'm now the one that has to pay them back because that's what I'm realizing right now. Like, if I want to have a successful, fulfilled, and healthy life and living on my own terms, like, I'm gonna have to make sacrifices. I'm gonna have to be influential, let's say. Because if I want those kinds of things, like, I'm gonna have to put in work. I'm gonna have to make something on this planet. And I'm gonna have to leave something on this planet, something meaningful, something great, so that I can have the healthy life with the spouse and I can do whatever I want. You know, now when I have the huge testosterone levels and all of that, I think that it's kind of easy for me to do. Like, they're old, they don't have those things. My father, I'm not saying he's toxic, but he's drinking beers when he's overweight. I tried to help him. It's not possible. Honestly, it saddens me and I wish I could help him with his health conditions, but I can't. This is how he is, this is who he is, and I can't. And that is basically the reason why we are not able to pay for this house. Because he got complacent. He didn't pursue his goals. He didn't pursue his dreams, his ambition, his purpose. Maybe he did, but it didn't make enough money. Like, if you're gonna pursue something, you have to make sure that you make enough so that your family can be secured, so that your spouse can be secured, your children can be secured. That's what you have to think about before you consider dating, before you consider getting into like a serious relationship and loving relationship, alright? Honestly, it was a lot to swallow, I'm not gonna lie. Like, throughout my childhood, I was going to school and I'm still going to school. Like, I'm a student. I don't believe in school systems, but I'm going to school. And the fact is, school is not gonna make anyone successful. Schools are not here to make someone successful. Schools are here to give some kind of degree, let's say, but it's not gonna make anyone successful. That's what people need to realize, that without work and without discipline, you can't become successful. Like, if you want success, you have to be disciplined. You have to put in work every day. And you have to be disciplined. You have to be goal-driven, ambitious. You have to focus on your purpose. When I was young, a child still, I had some real, like, mental health issues. I still have mental health issues. Like, I'm gonna honestly tell you, I have mental health issues. And it's not great. But I think it's getting better lately. Like, I've taken a step back from social media, so that's a good thing. I don't want to watch that crap anymore. But social media and video games, bro, social media for me is probably the worst. Like, I've wasted a lot of time on social media. I have learned a lot of stuff from social media itself, but the amount of time that I've wasted on it, that's insane. And I don't like it. Like, it's not healthy, and the amount that you are wasting on it, it's not healthy at all as well. Everyone that I see around me in the class, my classmates, every single one of them has their phone and they are wasting time on these apps, on TikTok, they're wasting time on video games on their phones. And how does that serve them? Doesn't serve them. They're still where they are. It's not serving them. Like, I'm absolutely honest with you right now. Like, it's just dopamine. Those apps, those video games, those platforms, Facebook, not Facebook, but mostly Instagram, okay? It's just designed to make money off of you, to waste your time, and bump you up with dopamine. This is how social media works. It's designed to suck up your life. I'm telling you right now, like, you are probably wasting time. I think that YouTube is probably the best platform of them all. Like, I really do like YouTube. And I think there is a lot of good content creators that are teaching good lessons and that have been really useful to me. But the truth is that if you're always gonna consume, like, you're never gonna become anything. You're never gonna get successful. You're never gonna achieve anything. So you have to take a step back and stop being the consumer, actually. And that's the hardest part, what I've learned. But when it comes to my childhood, okay, I'm always running out from my childhood because I think social media really has to be discussed. And it's that I have been in a really fucked up position. Like, I'm not saying I'm not, because I have literally zero money. I have some money though, but not much. And the truth is that I was broke. My parents are broke because they're working 9 to 5 low paid jobs. It's no business, no entrepreneurship. So we didn't have money much. We have this house now, so that's pretty decent. And I don't know if they will be able to survive when they are gonna retire. I'm kinda concerned about that. But the main reason why I think that I had such a bad childhood, the way I had it and the way it was that my father and my mother, they don't have a loving relationship for a long time, you know. Like, I'm really sad for my mother that she had to go through the pain that she went through, because my father is not a great lover. He is not a masculine man. He can't fuck his own wife. And that to me is wrong. Like, we are designed to have sex, to reproduce. That's how we are. That's who we are. That's what we do. We are humans. We are animals. If you are not realizing this, and if you don't realize the importance of intimacy, sex, and fulfillment of this matter, like, honestly, if you have a sexless marriage and you're watching this video, like, you have to do something about it. Like, I feel bad for you. I mean, if you both agreed on it, if none of you want it anymore, then I think that's fine. If you agreed on it and none of you want it anymore, then fine. But I'm a person that wants it. I'm a person that wants intimacy, that wants love and sex, that wants to be in a healthy relationship and not a fucking, I don't know what kind of relationship, toxic. Bro, I think that it's important for people to take care of themselves, alright? If people are not taking care of themselves, then I'm a person that takes care of himself. And I think that is the main reason why I get attention from women. And if I would want to, like, I could choose. I could choose between girls and who I want, who I don't want. I could choose. But lately, I'm just focused on my own family, you know? Because the amount of work that there is to be done on this family, it's incredible. Like, I'm gonna have to be some hardworking man to be able to live fulfilled, happy life. And now I'm going to school, like a business school here in Czechia. The teachers there are probably toxic even more than I am. And honestly, it's fucked up, you know? It's screwed up. The way social media affected me. Like, there are good ways that social media affected me in. But there are also bad ways, you know? There are also bad ways. And I've wasted a lot of my life on it. And now I do realize that it's not healthy. And a lot of men around me, my friends, my brothers, my brotherhood, are starting to realize this as well. They're starting to realize that social media is bad for them. And it's bad for people in general. It just sucks up the energy out of most people. Like, I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. It's just sucking the time out of you. That's what social media does. My parents have wasted their lives not on social media, okay? I always talk about social media. They have wasted their whole lives, most of their lives. That's just what I think. They've wasted their lives on television. They watched movies. They watched all those beautiful things on the TV, on the television. but they never actually were willing to do something. Yeah, they were working the 9 to 5 jobs, but they didn't consider about thinking that they could start something online. They could start building some income online. That's what I'm starting to get into lately right now, that normal incomes and normal salaries and normal government salaries, it's not gonna bring success in the long term, in my opinion. So I'm just trying to be a better man, let's say, right now. I'm trying to take care of my family, my own family. I'm trying to help my own family. I've painted this room in my house because the fact is I'm an adult, okay, and I have to work. So I've painted this room and look how beautiful it is. Honestly, have a look with me right now. Now, okay, this bed isn't, I have some clothes here and that's not looking really great. But honestly, if I tidied that up, I remove that, then we have this is kind of clean bed, clean this thing, the lamp is clean, those things are clean, it's mostly clean.